Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to my live call. Today, Sunday. Wow. Can you believe it's already February? Tomorrow will be February 1. Wow. Hard to believe. And tonight's going to be a very special call because I'm going to be sharing something that is an event that happened in my life. Of course, my wife and my first wife, and it's a topic that it can be emotional because especially every time I watch this the video that was done by the Devout Baptist Youth, it's a it's a very emotional video actually because it really brings back a lot of memories about my our journey with my first wife. And so I titled today, "It's Not Easy Being a Father." It's not always easy being a dad or a mom. For that matter, it's not easy. It's not easy to go out and work to try to find money to provide for your family. It's not easy paying the bills, the electricity, the water, the rent, the other things that are there. It's not easy to take care of your wife or your children when they get sick and you have to take them to the hospital and you don't know what in the world is going to happen. You just don't know. And it could be difficult, especially, for the spouse or for the parent, of that child. For those who don't for those who don't know me, my name is Chad Allen, and I help moms and dads find a healthier and transformed life so they can spend more time together and not miss those very special moments. And I do that by showing them how they can have a healthier immune system, how they can have a stronger and better uh, business so that they can pay for those bills, so they can pay for the electricity, they can pay for the the other things that are needing to be paid. And back in 2017, my daughter was just 1 month old, and we had to make a decision. My wife and I, we had to make a decision between continuing uh, integrative treatment, chemo. It was like chemo, and then also a little bit of natural medicine thrown in there together, or to go to the Philippines and try something else there in the Philippines, because that's also where my wife's family is from. They're from the Philippines, and my wife was really wanting to be with them, but she was also wanting to try out a new way of doing things, because for her, chemotherapy wasn't really something that she liked doing. She was very depressed. During that time when she had breast cancer, and especially when you have a 1 month old. I mean, it's like you have a lot of great joy, and then, and then all of a sudden it's like you get slammed down with the news of cancer, and you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your spouse's life. You're taking care of your kid all at the same time, I had a great paying job. I was a registered nurse. I was making decent money, and we're always faced with difficult decisions in our life. Whether you be a dad or whether you be a mom, or a spouse, whatever, you're faced with very, very difficult decisions in your life. And the decisions that I made in my own personal life helped shape me for who I am today. Because if it wasn't for these decisions and where I would end up at, I would not have learned from them and not have grown from them to be a better person in order to be able to share the things with you that I share with you now. And I don't exactly uh no, I don't know everything, but I know I have a heart for helping other people. I have a heart for helping people in business. I have a heart of helping people with the product that I offer because I know that the product that I offer, if my wife would have would have taken it more seriously at the end of her life, if we would really have, pushed harder, uh, I really believe that she would still be alive. But you know, there we make decisions, and those decisions are there are either great reward that comes with them, or there is consequences that come with them. And so I really believe in what I do. Now I really believe in the business that I offer people, and I really believe in the product that I offer because I really believe that it's going to help people. I've seen it help people, and it has helped me. It has helped my second wife. It has helped my daughter. It has helped my parents. It has helped my family in laws. It has helped a lot of people. And what I'm about to show you, the video I'm about to show you, is a story about my. It's told more so from the perspective of my first wife, and it was a video that was put together by the Devout Baptist Youth, and it's a powerful, powerful, powerful story, and it has in it our journal, our writing. So we wrote my first wife and I. We wrote our journey about our journey, and they took those journal entries from my wife and I, and they made it into a short 6-minute movie. And this is gonna show you why I do what I do. Why I do what I do. It's going to show you why I do the business I do, and why I am so passionate about helping moms and dads live a transformed and healthier life, so they can spend more time with their family and not miss those very special moments. And I really believe that you're going to see in a very emotional video, and it's really going to be something that is going to, I believe, really have an impact on your life. So while I get this together, I'm going to get ready to show it to you here in just a second because I already have it uploaded here. All right, so get ready. We are going to start right now with this video.
Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Our joy, our fight. I entered into a relationship as early as high school, but I believe it was just mere infatuation. It was during my college days when I first fell in love. But that became my first heartbreak. After college, there were a few guys who tried to pursue me, but they weren't simply meant for me. I became open about online dating in a Christian site during the next years. I was curious and tried it since I was not exclusively dating at that time. I made a profile in eHarmony describing my life, my faith, what I am into, and what I'm looking for. After searching, there was this one guy who replied to me on February 22, whose name was Chad Allen. I sent questions again, and then he replied, until we exchanged more emails and became friends. I had a great time writing emails to him, like a pen pal in the old days. After a few months passed, I got to know him deeper, and I started to appreciate him as well. Until he expressed his desire to visit me. At first, I didn't believe it, until he sent his PAL itinerary ticket to my email. Then I realized this guy was serious with his intention. And after a few months, I married him. 7 months after marriage, Chad and I found out that I was pregnant. It was the most exciting time for us as we thought about all the possibilities of starting our new family. But it was the happiest time of our life when I felt a lump in my left breast. After a few treatments and tests, it was confirmed that I had breast cancer, or like a precise pregnancy-induced breast cancer, which is uncommon. My husband and I were both crying. With the confirmation of cancer, decisions had to be made. I was so confused on what to do because this was the first time I experienced a trial like cancer. I prayed for clarity and assurance that time. This was heartbreaking because I really had to make a decision. After much thought, I decided to wait and naturally treat my cancer. My husband and I began to focus on Psalm 91, which states that though 1,000 will die on my left and 10,000 on my right, I will still be standing, for God heals the sick and extends the life of His saints. A lot of people were praying for me, and that built my confidence, hope, and assurance of healing from my cancer. Still, a decision had to be made about whether or not to give birth early or to wait. Through much prayer, my husband and I felt that it was what needed to happen. Words cannot describe the joy and awe of seeing our daughter born. Our baby Sarah is wonderfully and fearfully made by God. She was extremely healthy and had no signs of jaundice or any other issues that could arise after birth. After Sarah was born, I underwent a lot of treatment and pain at the same time. Every day, we prayed for God's healing over my condition, but physical healing was never in God's plan. Instead, He healed me through an eternal healing that can only come from Him.
So there it is. The video that tells my first wife, and my first story about how we came about and our journey of fighting cancer, and the birth of our daughter Sarah. And so you can really see the impact that kind of event would really have on me personally. And I know there are many here that has maybe similar events happen to them where it caused a great impact on their life. And what that really taught me was that life is so short, and we don't know exactly what will happen in the future, and we need to prepare for the future in our life. You know, we go through life so easily thinking that nothing will ever happen, that we think that everything's going to be normal. But you know that cancer diagnosis came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. You know, it was like we were celebrating my daughter's my wife's pregnancy with our daughter, and then she kept feeling a hard lump in her breast, and we just blew it off as being a milk duct. You know, a blocked milk duct. Oh, you know, you're pregnant. You know, so maybe it's that. But you know, at week 30 of her pregnancy, we found out that she had breast cancer, and that would change the trajectory of our life forever. It would change it forever, and you people don't realize how much you are how confused you are, how desperate you become, how uh like everything is just a blur. You know, everything is just a complete blur, and you just don't know like what tomorrow brings, or what the next minute brings, or what the next day brings. And I realized, you know, after much uh, thought, much counseling, much you know, just the self, you know, reflection of it all. I realized that if we are not willing to, if we are not willing to take care of ourselves, or the future that we have, you know, whether through and making sure that we can take care of any medical need that rises, take care of any um, bill that comes up. You know, I realize if we are not able to do that, then we are always living a day by day thing. And then and we are just one paycheck. We are simple, just one simple emergency away from complete and utter financial failure. You know, from having the best year of our life, the best days of our life, being turned into one of the worst feelings you have ever had in your whole entire life. Did that happen to me? That happened to me. It was the greatest time of my life, turned into the worst in the time of my life. But at the same time, was one of the most defining moments I've ever experienced in my whole life. Because if it wasn't for that particular experience that I had, I would not have met my new wife. I would not have a new daughter. I would not have a 4-year-old, amazing, beautiful daughter. I would not have the memory of my first wife. I would not have the business that I have and the product that I offer people that gives them hope and change, because it impacts their life so much. You see, we it has to be it's always about impacting other people. And my when I work with my business, I share my business with other people and offer them a position in my business, you know, to be on my team. You know, I want them to have the impact that they need in order to be successful in their life. Because I don't want them to go through what I went through. I don't want them to experience what I experienced. You know, I don't want them to knowing that they have to that it's either quit their job, or take care of their family, or you know, like whatever, like there's no money coming in, there's no money coming in. You know, that I had to make a hard decision. I quit my job as a registered nurse. I left my country, and I moved to the Philippines with my wife and my daughter, my 3-month-old daughter at that time. I moved to the Philippines. I gave up everything. I went to a country that had there's yeah, I had support there. I had friends there they're very supportive, but but the loneliness that you go through when you go there because you're the only really the main English speaker there, and there's very few Filipinos that really want to speak English. They do it, but they don't always want to do it because they are afraid to mess up in their English. So you get very lonely. Like it's just you there, and there's not you don't know what to do because you also don't have the money coming in. You don't have, like you have to find a place to stay. I mean it's crazy, and being in a foreign country away from your main family and taking care of your wife 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, it teaches you a lot. You go through a lot of mind type stuff, and but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would not trade the experience. I would definitely trade now that my wife would be alive because we all miss her very very much. But it's that experience that has changed my life for the better, and it's those types of stories and those types of experiences when you get involved in your own type of business or you want to make an impact on other people, whatever that is. It's those kind of stories that's going to help you move ahead in life. It's because you'll be able to relate to other people more easily because of these things. It makes you more, I guess, quote unquote, human, as they would say. And I, w- I just so it's hard to come up with words sometimes when you're talking about this very particular subject because it's not exactly an easy subject to talk about. You know, it, because you realize that it's all about family. It's all about you know your being close together. With your kids. With your spouse. You realize that the things that a lot of people see as being so like major in their life, and that you thought was such a big deal in your life, you realize that they are just minimal, that they are so minor in comparison to life, and you just you just learn like let's learn how to be to have a more positive life. Let's not allow the negatives of life to tear us down and make us into something that we are not. And so when my business came to me, I realized that the kind of impact that I would have on people because of what it is and the product that it is and how it's going to impact people. I knew from that point forward that whenever anybody touched the product that I offer, they will be helped dramatically by it. The business opportunity, when they took the business opportunity and they really took it serious, they will benefit greatly from it. And I'm just there to guide, and help and to show how you could be successful in your own life, but also using the stories that you have in order to be able to change lives for the better, to impact other people's lives, because that is what's really really important. So I think I talked long enough, and I really appreciate you being on the call today. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow because tomorrow is a brand new day, and tomorrow we're gonna have a great topic again. And I believe that you will really uh, get great benefits. So be back here again tomorrow at 8 p.m. We will talk to you later. Take care. Oh, and by the way, check out my you can check out my free ebook if you like, by the way. It's free to you. All you gotta do is put in your email, and you're good to go at chadallen.net, CHADALLAN.net slash immune dash health dash ebook, and that will get you your your free ebook. And I think that you would really enjoy it. All right, take care. See you. You have a good one. Bye bye.